Welcome back to the Homebuyer Town Hall, Florida. My name is Adriana Montes, your host today, CEO of Florida Dreams Capital Group. We're having an amazing conversation, so insightful, with Bryan Rappel from GA Rappel about money, about principles, about strategies, about retirement plans, about where to put the money, about how to buy your house, how to save for your kids' education, life insurance, how to use life insurance as a bank. Just mind-blowing principles that you need to hear, and that I'm so glad that you're tuning. This is one of our most valuable shows that I can see for our audience, because we all need money and we're all here today, but we also will be there tomorrow, and we need to plan how we will show up in the future. So Bryan, I want you to keep talking to us about these principles, these strategies, all of these ideas that somebody needs to sit down, I think at least once a quarter, and realize what they're doing and how they're handling their money. So share more about these principles and these strategies. Thank you.
Yeah, so Adriana, great recap. And I think the biggest thing is for any individual to realize is the future will be here sooner than we think. And what are you doing now to prepare for that? And I think I just hear from so many individuals that they wish they would have met with someone sooner and taken action sooner. And so just like the show, the power is now. When is now the right time to start taking action? So you're being responsible. Take the action. That the time is now to lean into your future and to ask those questions. Sit down with a professional. And this isn't about buying a financial instrument. This is about seeing where you are today, designing where you want to be in the future. And just like the old fable, we want to build the yellow brick road. So we have to identify where we are today, and we have to get clear on where we want to be in the future and all the things that are going to happen in between those things, so you can get to that designed future for you. And you just don't show up muddling around and then blaming the past for not having what you want when you get there. So take action. Now is the time, just like the power is now. Now is now. And I would just encourage everyone to take action for their financial future.
Bryan, one thing that comes to my mind that I really want you really quick to tell our audience is, a lot of my friends, are having kids, and they're talking about planning for education, for university. And then also their parents are getting older, and then they talk about like where they're going to live when they retire or when they need more help. So all of these things, especially in Hispanic community, I'm Latino, I'm Colombian, and a lot of our minority does not plan for that. So what instruments are out there for us for planning for our children, for their education, for our parents, for their retirement, for their care? I think it's so important in this show because we also promote for minorities a lot of education. So what can you tell us about that real quick?
Yeah, real quick. One, I would just say these financial instruments are for everybody. Education is available for everybody, not for minorities or any majority. Education is available for everybody, and so are all the financial instruments. The greatest thing for any group of people is just to step out with humility and ask, can you help me? And begin to get education. Speak to 2 or 3 people about the same subject, and make sure that the people are working in your best interest, that it's just not something you're purchasing that's not serving your needs. And I would say the greatest thing is any more education you can have. There's so much information on YouTube. If you can go spend a few minutes asking the question, what is long-term care? What does long-term care look like for my elderly parents? What would that look like? What are strategies for my kids to help look for their college? It can be a 529 plan. It can be life insurance. There's a lot of different instruments you can use. So it's just making sure that you're speaking to someone that has a breadth of knowledge, and they're working in your best interest. And I think you can hear that through the questions they ask, their tone, and making sure that they're really trying to understand your needs and what it is you want for your family, not about them serving them.
Wow. Yeah, that's so true for any profession, like when it comes to you're a genuine professional that truly care about serving and truly care about making an impact, no? We all talk about how we improve in our careers, how we do better in our businesses, but I believe that for all of that is adding value, how much more value can you add? And as long as you're always adding more value than what you're trying to get, I think you'll be successful and you also make an impact in people's lives. And it sounds like that's your and the way of how you work, Bryan. I'm so happy that you came into the show to give us all of this information for financial planning, for financial retirement, for budgeting, for college education funds, programs for elderly to retire and to be home long care. So all of this is so valuable for us, not only to learn about real estate and how to manage real estate, but what to do with our families, what to do with our finances. So I have been reading this book called One Thing by Gary Keller, and I'm loving it. I'm loving it because it talks about how if you focus on one thing at a time, you're so productive. How if you focus on doing one specific project or one idea, you can actually advance more and be more efficient, more productive. So talking about one thing that could be that you want all of our audience to keep on their mind, one thing that you want them to take as an action, one decision, one thought, something, one action plan that they can do that it will make their lives better and their future better from today. Can you please tell us the one thing that you want to leave our audience with in The Power Is Now?
Wow, one thing. So I would really say if you are really concerned and you want the best for yourself and your family, the one thing I would do is spend 15, 30 minutes on YouTube. There's amazing speakers and content that's out there. And I would really learn about the principles behind whole life or other life insurance instruments. There's a lot of great teachers out there. Because I have securities license and I do not put my education out there and put it out on YouTube. But there's a lot of great teachers out there that are teaching these concepts correctly. And I would just go listen to them to learn more about it. So when you meet with somebody, you're going to have a foundation to education behind yourself and not just taking someone's word for what they're saying. You're going to be able to ask great questions and you're going to understand why you would want to do this for yourself and your family.
Thank you, Bryan. The one thing is to go into YouTube and get educated. And I think most importantly, the one thing is to call you. You have experience of 25 years. Your firm has been around for 42 years, a very reputable firm. And I understand that you have 50 offices around the country and about 80 advisors. So you have a strong team behind you to serve all of our audience for life insurance, retirement plans. So how can they get a hold of you? If you can tell us a little bit more about how to reach you.
Thank you, Adriana. Yeah, to reach me, my email address is Bryan, BRYAN @GAREPPEL. That's GAREPPLE.com. The website is www.GAREPPLE.com. And yes, thank you for referencing that we do have offices around the country and represent financial advisors all around. If you're interested in speaking with me, I'm going to ask a lot of questions. I want to get to learn you because it is my passion to make sure we are hearing you and you understand that this is your money, your future, and make sure things are being designed correctly for you. So if you're interested in speaking with me as myself, please reach out. Be glad to set up a conversation. Love to meet you and just help you with your finances and get to meet your family. So, Adriana, thank you for having me on here today. It's been a pleasure, and look forward to meeting your audience.
Thank you, Bryan. The pleasure is mine, and thank you for bringing all of this financial education that we all need. We never stop learning. Nobody ever stops learning. The more you learn, the more you know that you need to learn more. So the power is now. The power is now for you to take action on your finances, for you to figure out where you are today, start watching those YouTube videos, calling Bryan, and figure out where you want to be tomorrow and how, on what strategies, financial strategies you're going to use to get to be there. It's not only about real estate. It's also planning, planning to have life insurance, planning to have a long care protection for your parents, planning to have education for your kids, planning how you finance your home, planning how you buy your car, planning where you park your money, planning what interest are you making on that. It takes a lot. It takes a team also of professionals to help you. And I'm glad that Bryan came into the show because he is a well-recognized professional in his firm to serve clients and to put them first and meet their financial needs. Thank you for this show. The power is now. The power is now to take the finances into your hands. I'm so excited to be your host today, and we will see you soon.